I invite you to start this talk by closing your eyes if you're comfortable. If not, feel free to continue to watch the video. Take a moment and imagine that you're on a beach. Can you feel the sand between your toes as you walk along the water? Can you hear the lapping of the waves, waxing and waning? Can you smell the salt water as the breeze rushes against your skin? How do you feel in this moment? Do you feel calm? Do you feel anything at all? Now, most of us don't have access to a beach, so we can't physically feel this. But your imagination might have been powerful enough to let you actually feel those things. The imagination is a powerful tool that we have available to us. So powerful that it's a specific chapter in Charles Fillmore's, one of the co-founder of Unity's book, Christian Healing. In this chapter, Charles talks about how powerful that imagination really is. He says, also, one mind can suggest to another and produce any desired condition if there be mental receptivity. What he means by that is, if I was sitting and talking with you, saying, oh, my back hurts, oh, my nose is stuffy, oh, I have a headache, you might be strong enough in your own imagination to begin to feel that, to feel your own body becoming sick, to feel your own body losing its powerfulness. So much so that Charles goes on to mention, thus disease is reflected into the susceptible minds by people's merely talking about disease as an awful reality. You probably have heard stories before of people, nurses especially, who work in psych wards or who work in hospitals, and how often they feel themselves getting those conditions, never even having actual symptoms, but feeling like they actually are getting sick. They actually are getting the disease. Our minds are so powerful that they can do that. So Charles suggests that instead, a man can imagine that he has some evil condition in body or affairs, that through the imagining law built up until it becomes manifest. He also suggests, on the other hand, he can use the same power to make good appear on every side. So what Charles suggests here is, rather than falling victim to our imaginations, the I am imagining, is to instead empower ourselves, to take that time to see the good, to see the health, to see every little cell in our body as healthy, happy, and whole. Charles also goes on to say that the highest and best work of the imagination is the marvelous transformation that it works in character. To imagine oneself perfect fixes the idea of perfection in the invisible mind substance, and the mind forces at once begin to work forth of bringing forth perfection. Now, perfection is different from each and every single one of us. That perfection for me is not the same as perfection for you, and that perfection is not an ideal body, but rather a healthy whole body that is part of the oneness. So today I challenge you to take this moment and to affirm with me, I am formed anew every day in my mind and my body. I am formed anew every day in my mind and my body. I am formed anew every day in my mind and body. And to take today to reform and affirm that for you. Thank you.